So I think while I'm waiting for the engine parts, I should probably pull off this front end and just do a little bit of detailing in here. Get this core support cleaned up, radiator brushed out, and throw some paint on there, some satin black, make it look a little bit nicer. And then my next step will be going in and removing the inner fenders and doing the same thing, painting them front and back, clean that area up. That'll make things look a whole lot better when you're just peering into here. You can see those inner fenders are not very pretty. I'm Johnny Garage Johnson, and this is Hardcore Garage. I'm not going to show most of this because I assume most of you guys, if you've been watching the channel, you know how to remove your headlight buckets, your grill, pieces like that that need to come off here. We may go ahead and remove this and paint it up, and the same with the latch here, the hood prop. The only other thing I would see, these here, if you are trying to pull these just pull up. Might need a little flat blade screwdriver, but you'll get it started and it'll come up. And they're basically like a reusable pop rivet. Very cool. So now what I'll do is I will remove the Phillips head and remove these rings, and that will give me a nice flat surface. We'll go ahead and we'll remove this splash pan too. These are it's either going to be a 10 or a 13, I can't remember. And we'll remove this, that way we have everything out of the way. We'll probably tape the bumper off, and what I'll do, I'm going to clean all this here, but I don't know that I'm going to go up over this edge, so if I don't, I will just simply tape off to right here and paint everything down below that, and we'll work on the top sections later. This is pretty greasy here too, so this needs cleaned up. Same with this one. Somewhere along the line, somebody put a bunch of grease in there, and it's kind of nasty. Sometimes, I think we've talked about this before, there may be another screw or a clip up inside the corners. I'm not sure if you guys can see that right there, but that is a bolt holding in that splash pan. There's going to be one on each side. It's right at the corner of the bumper. You can see right up in there. Where'd it go? I lost it. There it is. I think my next step is going to be, I'm going to go pull this thing out. Well, I'm going to pull the headlights, and then I'm going to pull it outside and power wash this whole front section. Really nice. All right, she's stripped. Nothing, I'm just going to paint it all up in under there. Oh, I thought maybe you hit something. Got quite a bit of it taped up. Wiped everything down with acetone. Got most of the dirt and shit that I could get off of there. Looks like we might still have a little bit of water down in there. I can see some shininess. I don't think that's really going to matter too much. I still want to run through this with a wire brush just to pick any like little small things out. That's my next step before I paint. Semi-gloss black Rust-Oleum 2 times coverage, paint, and primer all in one. Was a little more effort to clean these guys up. They were pretty greasy. Also learned, and I probably knew this and just wasn't really thinking, but don't put acetone in a plastic container. A little bit of hand cleaner. I'll scrub the crap out of these guys and they should look almost new. All the tape's peeled. You can see a little bit of light spots in the radiator when I do that, but it's fine. Cleaning up my little rubber stoppers, laying over there drying out. That's called a U-nut, if you ever need to find any. I probably have some of these new somewhere, but I'll let it ride for now. Just makes for a cleaner look. We probably should have done it before like this, but it is what it is, guys. Opening up the hood, it just looks a whole lot better. Nice and clean, all one color. Now, of course, you know, if you were building a show truck, you can get brand new ones of these, or NOS if you're going that far even. Grills, it's hard to find a factory grill anymore, so reproduction is probably your thing, unless you live somewhere where the junkyards are full of these things. But, yeah, clean it up. That's next on my list right there. And then we'll move on to the fender wells. They're pretty beat up in there. And that, my friends, is how you easily clean up the front of an S10. Honestly, 2 hours maybe. I used acetone to clean off the grime and crud. Maybe the fumes are getting to me. And I used, if I didn't say this before, not a big fan of using spray paint on the outside of a vehicle, but if you're doing stuff like this inside your fender wells, I ain't against that at all. Here's what I like to use, and I think that the Krylon brand is maybe Max instead of the 2X, but I think also that Rust-Oleum, Krylon own each other. One owns the other one, whatever. I think they're the same thing. Either one of those works really, really good. If you have another favorite spray paint that you like to use it. I also like the semi-gloss black. I think it does a really good job of matching the factory patina, if that's what you want to call it, or the factory color that they would have used, sheen. Anyway, hope you liked it. I think spray paint's getting a little more expensive nowadays too, so it might cost you 10, 15 bucks a can for some spray paint. Still $30 in a couple hours to have it looking like that when you're getting ready to go to a show. It'll probably take me a little longer to be able to pull out the fender wells and do that. A couple other little things that I want to do when I'm cleaning those up, and probably go ahead and switch out that washer reservoir while I'm at it, or not a washer reservoir, that one's pretty clean, the overflow tank that's on this side. Alright, that's all I got to say for today. You guys enjoy your weekend. Like, subscribe, comment, share, all that good stuff. Keep on trucking.